Suicides in the military outnumber the death toll of casualties at war. Many of those who commit suicide do so because they cannot adjust to civilian life between deployments. Nobody is telling these men that what they have been doing in other countries feels wrong, because in many cases it is wrong. We are so far from just providing the defense of our country that as a result our soldiers can't make sense of their actions. Military officers often get angry at men who don't feel right about what they are doing. I'm here to say you are right to feel the way you feel, and now is the time to heal, and the best way to do that is to learn how to handle anxiety. One of the best approaches is through Dr. R. Reid Wilson. Reid is R-E-I-D. Visit my blog on the website and type in anxiety to read my post called Change is Scary for specific information. And then make a pledge not to partake in military efforts that do not provide only for the defense of our country, and not to listen to rhetoric that says freedom isn't free or that we're fighting for democracy. We thank you for your blind trust in our country's leadership that led you to where you are, because we would not be the United States without you. We, the people, want to provide you with leadership you can trust, who will not send you in harm's way unless absolutely necessary. Candidates, what would you like to say to the psyches of our military men and women to give them a sense of hope and that help is on the way? Harry.
Well, I would start out by saying that a major part of my campaign, as I've mentioned, is to put the majority of citizens in charge so that we could get rid of the lobbyists, in which case we would then shift. I would follow the advice of the National Academy of Sciences, which I take very seriously because of the bizarre weather and climate disruptions that we're now experiencing. Our food production systems are failing. In fact, 85% of the corn crop has just failed. And there are professors of engineering warning that all the power plants are going to be shutting down because they don't have cooling water to keep them going. This is imagine being in these terrible temperatures with no electricity. So we have some very serious problems here, which involve shifting from oil and coal and other fossil fuels, which are making our planet uninhabitable, to a solar hydrogen economy where we modify every existing engine, power plant, lawnmower, anything that has an engine that's going to run on hydrogen made from water with electricity generated from the wind and other solar technologies. That technology's been around since the 1800s, so there's no R&D needed. In fact, the first hydrogen-powered car was built in Switzerland in the year 1807. And we have a picture of it on our website, incidentally. But the important point is this. We would have to employ millions of Americans immediately in real jobs that are, because you talk about the energy and the agricultural systems that are in terrible shape right now, that's a $4 trillion a year industry. And
that's
right now it's in chaos because the private sector is only interested in making money instead of producing high-quality products.
That's great. Thank you very much. James, we were talking about military suicides and how it came around to what is the solution to give our men and women some hope if we were to change to a society where we're only providing military for our defense?
Well, that's a great question, because this PTSD thing is very complex. Most people don't know they're brainwashed. And you believe in America, you believe in God, you believe in whatever you believe in. Doesn't matter to me, because it's all a thought. PTSD is like looking at yourself in a mirror and somebody takes a rock and smashes it and all these particles fall down, whether you believe in God, your family, the country, the military, your business, whatever. And you try and put these particles back together. They will not happen. This is PTSD, and what PTSD requires is a rebuilding of your life. Like Andre says, when the troops come home, they don't want to be freaking out about how to make money, take care of their family, their whole thing. We don't have a society that is in harmony. And because of this, we live in a phony world. It's all phony. And because it's phony, it doesn't work. And that's what brainwashing is. and hypnotism is that 99.9% of the world population is hypnotized to believe their religion, their politics, or whatever. And if you try to put it together, it doesn't work, and it's not in harmony with nature or what's known as God. Whether you believe there is a God or not, there is. There are aliens, there are everything that are good on the planet Earth, and we live out of harmony.
Well, I don't know if I agree with the 99.9% of people.
99.9% are brainwashed.
But I'm hoping we're turning the corner. We'll help wake people up.
I hope so too. It takes time, but look,
okay.
It's already been thousands of years, and we're still killing each other. We still have conspiracies.
Right.
We still have this thing of good and evil.
Okay, Andre, we were talking about military suicides and how to give people hope again.
The first thing I would tell our troops is that this candidate has a conscience. I actually know what's right and wrong. And we know for a fact that we're doing this fighting for the wrong reason. We're putting our young men and women in harm's way for the wrong reason. I would tell them that this is not going to happen anymore. I would also let them know that henceforth, we are going to take care of our military soldiers, or our men and women in uniform. I'm sorry, I don't want to say soldiers because that refers to just the Army. But we're going to take care of our men and women in uniform. I would also let them know that, hey, we are not going to be susceptible to the pressures of the international community. I will break those ties, those bonds that are killing us, that are binding us to the international affairs of the countries. I don't believe that this country needs to be the police-keeping force for the entire world. We can't sustain that kind of effort, and it's not reasonable to place that kind of stress on our men and women in uniform.
Okay.
I would tell them that this is going to end.
Okay. James.